That's it.
That's the ding.
That's the ding that says, whoa, hello. Hello, Gracie. How are you this morning? It's Friday morning, or it's actually Friday midday here in Sydney. My name's David, this is Cooper. Just before we begin, this place where we're standing, this is Sticky. This is Sydney, but this has been known for countless millennia, some say 70,000 years, as Talawalada. This is the traditional home of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. We recognise their traditional ownership of this place and pay respects to all Gadigal people, particularly their elders past, present and emerging. We're going to make the Harbour Bridge, baby. An icon.
Erin Kennedy, hello. Lee Hamilton, hello. Sue Garnes, hello. Philippa, hello. Everyone's saying hello.
One of the reasons we got Miranda on the voices is she wants to watch this one being made, but she's actually doing the Harbour Bridge climb this week, or next week, or
a few weeks. I think it's the 27th of November I'm going.
If you come to Sydney, if you're ever in Sydney, you can climb the Harbour Bridge. They take you up on a tour. It's incredibly safe. You wear these cool jumpsuits, and then they put you in a, they sort of strap, there's a line that runs around, so you're always tethered. But it's a fantastic experience.
I wish you could like bungee off it or something.
How cool would that be? You know, the company that runs it,
yeah,
they've actually got the rights to do it in New York as well, on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, no way.
But the insurance issues are so tough over there that they can't get it up and running.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Hello, maskless sticky crew.
Hey!
Hello, hello. Hello from Massachusetts, Davenport, India, Idaho.
It's such a small thing, wearing masks. I'm more than willing to wear a mask when it's necessary for the sake of the community, but not being in one is fabulous.
Yeah, I can't tell you how refreshing
I cannot
it is.
begin to express how fabulous it is.
No masks. How great to see your smiling faces. Thank you, Pam.
It's part of this smile is just the fact that we're not in a mask. I will still be wearing a mask in lots of occasions in Sydney. Standing here making lollies protected from the public by glass and distance. It's not required.
Still, honestly.
Nice one. So we've got some blue, we've got some brown, we've got some black. Our candy is cooling really quickly. It's about 160 degrees when we pour it on this table. We've got one more colour to add. Yeah, I'll finish doing that if you want to do the white one.
Yeah.
Hello from Nova Scotia, Canada. Hello from Atlanta.
I did hear you say hello India, and I would just like to give a big shout out to India. I've spent quite a bit of time in India. I found it to be one of the most extraordinary experiences of my life.
They're entering Diwali right now, the light festival.
Is it Diwali?
I think so, yeah.
The colours of Diwali. I was not there for Diwali, but I would love to experience
Could
that.
be wrong, but I think it is about this time of year.
If you're wondering what we're making, we're putting a little picture of the Sydney Harbour Bridge in the middle. The black is going to form the foundation of the bridge itself. We've got some brown for the two pylons on the end of the bridge. Quite an extraordinary construction dating back to the 1930s. Something like 20 people died in the building of the Harbour Bridge.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
But yet they let people climb it still.
Fell off. Well, but yes, these guys weren't tethered in. They were just...
Okay.
It's the 1930s, you know, back in the day, building a bridge.
I just think my partner's trying to kill me. He got me skydiving one year. I'm scared of heights. Now he's got me over top of a sea, climbing up.
Why would he kill you? You're a keeper.
And you don't like the ocean either, do you?
I'm terrified of the sea. I'm terrified of heights.
He's punching above his weight. I haven't met the guy and I know he's punching above his weight.
Oh, well, that's kind.
He's pretty lovely.
Have you met him?
He's the kindest human.
The kindest human?
The kindest human.
I don't know.
A big heart of gold.
Cool.
If you ask him, if you won $1 million today, he'd donate over half of it and keep just enough to buy his parents a house.
Well, not in Australia.
Oh, not in Australia. If you won $20 million, you'd buy a flat. That's all you can get in Australia.
You'd buy a cupboard in someone else's flat.
I live in a bloody cupboard and they want millions for it.
Da-da-da! Yes, house prices in Australia are out of control. Up 20% in the last 12 months.
Imagine you were buying a house in 1940s and you own it now, you'd just be laughing.
Hey, the 1980s. If you bought something in the 1980s for $90,000, it's worth like $3 million now.
We've got a friend that bought like heaps of houses in Narrabeen Headland, like 10 back in the day.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's now super rich.
Now sold 2 of them in the last year to make some money back.
Go the boomers! Go the boomers!
My landlord as a kid, he bought an entire street as farmland, and he's got it so he can actually build homes with driveways just right off the front of the road.
Okay.
So you can actually build like about 50 to 100 homes. And now the city is reaching closer towards him, and he's gonna get so much money for each lot.
Yes,
He knew what he was
I missed
doing.
that boat. I missed the property boat. So, oh
Get into something
well.
permanently profitable, like
Hello,
marinas.
Sticky Crew, watching you all on the big screen. Oh, how
Big
nice.
screen. I always love it when people, it's like we're on telly. Like we're like a real show or something. Da-da-da.
Hello from Windsor, Ontario.
Just a little bit of table. How are you going with your white?
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, Italia. Our candy, when we pour it on the table, is about 160 degrees. It's extremely hot, so we need to cool it down as quickly as possible. This table has been specially designed for that purpose. It's like a heat sink, sucking the temperature out of the candy really quickly. It'll only take a minute or two.
Rema says that she climbed the Harbour Bridge 4 years ago and she's absolutely terrified of heights, but she said it was absolutely fine.
There you go.
Lies, I don't know, Rema, I don't know.
He's not trying to kill you. He couldn't throw you off there if you tried. Why not?
Try kicking. I mean, if
no
one
way.
goes, it's a chain link. We're all
No,
connected,
because you're not
aren't you?
connected to each other. You're
Right,
connected
you
to the
connect
bridge.
through the bridge.
Oh.
So short of the bridge falling over somehow.
The Sydney Harbour Bridge is one of those things that's absolutely amazing because the metal expands and shrinks in summertime. doesn't it?
Certainly does.
So it's like designed to withhold all
Paul
that.
Hogan, our most famous comedian and Crocodile Dundee, actually started out as a painter on the Harbour Bridge.
Oh, really?
And the people who paint the bridge, they start at one end and work their way to the other end, and by the time they get there, they have to start again and go and do it again. It's just constantly being maintained.
There's a building somewhere, I think it's in India, where they literally just clean the windows every single day of the year and it never stops. So as soon as they get to the bottom, they're right back up to the top and they go all over again.
I believe that.
I always thought that would be an entertaining job being one of those high-rise window cleaners.
I feel like it's a pretty terrifying job.
There's a guy who used to work here, Greg, and he's a, what do they call him when he does rope work? So not just
Like a
window
rigger
cleaning,
or
but
something.
there's a special name for it, where you spend your time on ropes going up and down buildings and doing things that are excessively dangerous.
Yeah, that sounds sick. I love
One of my
abseiling and I love
sisters,
rock climbing, so like,
Yeah, I'm good with heights. I don't mind
I'm
heights.
terrified of heights. My
love it.
sister's ex-partner used to work on wind turbines. He used to climb up the wind turbines.
oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be a pretty scary thing.
I don't like heights where if you hit the ground you'd survive. That makes me more uncomfortable than if you hit the ground.
You know,
Yeah.
one of the interesting things about becoming a parent is I never was really that worried about heights, but when I see my kids next to the edge of something,
Yeah.
it freaks me out.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So like when they're on the edge of the sidewalk.
I get that feeling you probably get when it's you next to an edge. I get it when they're next to an edge.
Oh, well.
And it's
I
not because I
have a
like them.
handy question for you. Someone's saying, are marble tables not effective? Why do we use a steel table?
They're not as effective as a water-cooled steel table.
Marble tables can work, but they don't work as quickly. And you can have issues if your marble heats up to the same temperature as the candy. It's going to stick and it's going to make your life tough. I have worked on marble. It is passable, but it's...
Does it stick? Marble?
Does it stink?
No, stick. Does the lolly
Stink?
just
Oh,
stick?
stick.
Yes.
Can.
It can.
Okay.
It's about the temperature difference. As
This
long
is
as
about
they're
the only thing I've had things consistently not stick on. Even when I was in sugar, it wasn't a water-cooled table.
Okay.
stainless.
It's awful, yeah.
Ah.
You do like one batch on it, you have to leave the fan on it the whole load.
No, this is a great table.
This is an awesome table.
Someone said they think that building's in Saudi Arabia.
It could be the one in the UAE, the Burj Khalifa.
I think that might be it.
I would assume that one is
Doesn't it have like a
constantly-
1.5 meter sway at the top or something?
At least, I would think. You have to build a building, you have to build them to sway.
Yeah.
What flavor is it? This is lemon myrtle.
Lemon Myrtle. This is part of our Aussie mix. So we do this. We did one this morning on Facebook that said mates. We do what else do? We do an opera house and an Aboriginal flag and a g'day
Australia.
and half of them are native flavours. So there's kakadu plum, lemon myrtle, lily pilly, This one is lemon myrtle, which is a kind of a citrusy
What is
flavour.
lemon myrtle? Is it just
It's a
formal
like a
It's a plant, right? It's not, I don't think
It's not a fruit.
no?
I don't think so.
I think it's a plant.
Flower.
It actually
Almost
makes
like a
for
grassy looking thing, I think.
Okay.
it makes for a great rolling.
I think
It does,
this has to be
yeah.
one
It's
of the best comments I've ever seen. It's about Cooper's like, I'm not okay with instant death, but survival. Sorry, I'm okay with instant death, but survival.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with
No,
survival.
but you don't want to spend the rest of your life having someone else wipe your bum. And,
Thank you, Dave gets it.
yeah, no, I'll take the death one.
Yeah, like
Instant death.
if I
survival.
fall from like 100 stories, that's it. It's game over. But if you fall from like 6 and just injure
So
yourself,
you'd be
really,
better off with parachuting than bungee jumping. Because if you
No, I
parachute,
do
you go-
both.
you do both.
But anyway, I'd love to bungee.
We're moving off this table now. Come with us. Miranda's going to move you. Our candy's cooled down to this kind of awesome rubbery modelling clay, which means we don't need it anymore.
All right, everyone, you
And in
get to look
fact,
at my
it will become our
face.
enemy really quickly.
Here we go.
I actually really want to go do all the Nevis and Nevis bungees and swings in New Zealand. Queenstown.
I have bungee jumped once, and I
Yeah.
thought it was an extraordinary experience.
Really?
I really enjoyed it. Yep.
The thing is, the Nevis is like the tallest one in the southern hemisphere, all of it. Swing, catapult, and bungee.
I think we've got a little bit too much black. Maybe we do.
Go.
Down a little bit. I think that'll be alright. Because you don't want to go too big with your flag, with your bridge. So what we're aiming for, I think, is this pointing in the right direction?
I think so.
I'm only asking.
Like
You're
it.
the one with it. You can look on your screen. Alright, so we're making little blue lollies, lemon myrtle flavoured. You're going to have a picture of your Sydney Harbour Bridge in the middle.
Sorry, everyone, you were a bit cut off for a second. There we go.
There we go, you got Cooper.
This is going to be fun. Good learning experience.
Now, do you like doing the bit over the top or the...
I have no preference, man. I'm happy to do either.
You can do that.
Cool.
I'll do the, this one, I think. I'll make these.
Myrtle is a vine with pretty purple flowers. Thank
you
you,
go.
Janice.
Thank you, Janice.
Is that the same for lemon myrtle or regular myrtle?
Oh, she just says myrtle. I don't know.
Could be different. Don't know, but could be. Right, so what do you got sectioned off here, Dave?
Well, you're going to do the thing over the top, the beads.
Triangle and the two things.
Yep. I'll make the...
And just this.
I'll make the
Am I taking one of those as well?
So that'll be the bees.
Yep.
Then that'll be the row, that'll be over the top, that'll be underneath.
Okay, cool. I'll take that as well. Thank you. Me.
I'm just going to grab one of those pairs of scissors.
Sorry, mate. Yes.
Bonjour, Dave.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
That's a great question. What does stretching do?
It changes the texture of the candy, as well as increasing its volume. So we're introducing air, we're changing how it's structured from little clumps of crystals into long strands of crystals. The change in texture also means our solid colours aren't going to bleed into each other once we put them together in our design.
It also makes the candy taste a little bit nicer, I find.
It doesn't change the taste, but it does change the mouthfeel, which is actually
Almost
important.
as important. Yeah.
It makes it kind of crumbly and it's not so intense when you put it in your mouth. If you bite down, you don't feel like you're going to lose a tooth. Lemon myrtle has white flowers that have long white pestils in the middle. Okay, thank you. Who is that?
Does the flavour come from the flower or from the leaf?
I reckon it probably comes from the flower.
Presumably from the flower.
Yeah.
There you go, I like learning stuff.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4 is what I usually do, I think, from memory.
Yeah, that sounds alright.
William
Dave,
Eagleton
there's like
says,
17 or
tell
something."
Dave I'm back.
Hey, Will, how you doing, buddy? Looking forward to seeing you one day when you're in the shop. Just be aware of the rules, like everybody. 2,
Hello, hello.
1, 2. How have you been, Will? Everything treating you all right, man? That's a question for everybody too.
How is
Tell me
everyone?
the story. If things have not been going well for you,
What's life like where you're from? I wonder what Italy's like, because they had it pretty hard at the start of COVID. I wonder how they're going now. I was stranded in Italy at the start of COVID.
Were you?
Worst country.
Which part of Italy were you in?
I was in Milan when the military took over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was very scary.
I've only very briefly been through Milan.
Italy's my favourite place in Europe, to be honest.
I love that, yeah. Spent a lot of time there.
Someone says the blue blob looks like the universe.
It is it's galactic. This one.
We got so many questions. Someone's asking if we are all hockey fans. Are we?
Field hockey?
I don't know.
Real hockey?
I reckon ice hockey.
Ice hockey? No, not really.
No?
It's not really a thing here.
You're a cricket fan, aren't you?
Certainly am. The only true sports.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Where is Ian today? Ian's sealing.
He's just around the corner.
He was on the Facebook Live earlier with Cooper and Dave.
He and Lily are both beavering away at the sealing machine, putting the lollies we make into bags. Alright, so a tiny little one.
Oh, there we go. Finally answered lemon myrtle questions. They crush the leaves of the lemon myrtle plant. Of the myrtle plant, giving it a lemon smell.
So it's not from the flower?
No.
Quite shocking given the flower. Okay. Now I know more than I knew yesterday.
So are you building the...
I'm building the
struts
struts that come down from the top of the bridge. It is a suspension bridge. Yes.
And Cooper, what are you doing?
I'm building the little triangles that support the arch over the top.
Oh, okay.
Triangle is, structurally speaking, the strongest shape in engineering.
Where's the new guy? He's not in today.
Not today. Not being a clown somewhere or something like that.
Singing a song or whatever he's doing.
Fucking axes.
Oh yeah, he works for an axe throwing thing.
Then one more like this.
You have it on an incline?
Okay.
Why do you have it on an incline?
Because the top of the bridge is round.
Oh, true.
So if I do this,
Oh, now I see it's both sides.
yes, see, yes. So we then go like this. Like so, and if I go like so, see this.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Someone says Myrtle is an old lady's name.
It is. What is the name? The girl in Harry Potter. Her name is Myrtle, wasn't it? Moaning Myrtle?
Oh, Moaning Myrtle, yeah.
Good about that.
The one that haunts the girls' bathroom. Or is it the boys' bathroom? Why is Harry always in the girls'
Why
bathroom?
is Harry in Moaning Myrtle's bathroom? It's a good question.
Bit of a player.
I've got a lot of questions about Harry Potter.
Do you? Why Harry?
He's a little bit of a deviant. There.
We got snow
Why wouldn't he be with Hermione? Everyone knows he should have been with Hermione. There's something wrong with
because it's Ron and Hermione.
I know, that's wrong.
I feel like it should have been Draco and Hermione and Ron and
Now mine's quite small.
someone else.
Just flagging that.
Thanks for streaming, no problem. What's your favorite part about working at Sticky?
Mine, depends on the day. I think my favourite thing about working here is working with these guys. Really, they're nice people. Not always. But they're nice people. It's really nice to be able to come to work with people who are kind of nice. Not always the case. No one can be nice all the time.
I mean, Cooper sucks sometimes.
Cooper really does
Yeah,
suck.
he's so mean to me.
Only
Go
once
home
a day.
crying.
Only once a day. We keep it ground a burner.
Yep, that's it. You should have seen it this morning, Dave. You completely missed it. They put on my song. We played a country song. Ian and I were singing and boot scooting. It was great. And then as soon as it finished, you walked in.
As soon as it finished, I walked in.
Yeah.
So I didn't miss anything.
You missed a lot of it.
You missed a lot. It was great.
Something. It was really something, Dave.
Yeah.
Remember
Knees deep in the
Miranda
water
started
somewhere.
here, Miranda started here, I said, what kind of music do you like? And she said, party country.
Country and western.
I like party country.
And for all those Canadians, I'm sorry you missed a year of Boots and Hearts, but we're gonna go for it this year, aren't we? A bit of country music.
I don't even know anything about it anymore.
No, you can play La Love It, you can play Chris Smither.
I don't want to play. Who'd you play all day Tuesday? The trumpet fellow?
Miles Davis.
Yeah, I don't know about Miles Davis.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I can't believe you just used those words in a sentence.
I'm sorry. I'm scared I'm gonna get fired. I said to David I prefer Pepsi over Coke the other day.
Well, it all makes
I don't
sense
know.
now that you're saying I don't like Miles Davis, but I like party country. I'm not surprised you're a Pepsi fan at all.
So, I mean, he was okay.
I don't know about it for a whole
Miles
day.
Davis, he was okay. He's okay.
He's okay.
He's alright.
I mean, the trumpets are always the hottest players of the band, so.
It's kind of blue Miles Davis.
Kind of blue is Miles Davis.
That was a great album.
Hell yeah.
That was a really great album.
That one and Ethiopian Nights by Donald Byrd.
Familiar with
Hello,
that?
Miranda, David, and Cooper, watching from Georgia, USA.
Right, so,
Who was it? Duke Ellington and John Coltrane together. That was an amazing music.
Ooh, all these comments about Harry Potter now. Someone's saying that Ron and Luna should have got together. Other people are
Luna?
saying, no, not Hermione and Harry Potter, that wouldn't work.
what do you mean it wouldn't work? It was so obvious. Maybe that's why it wouldn't work. It's too obvious.
Some people are saying, definitely not Draco and Hermione, that would just be a weird couple.
I never understood. I learned a little while ago that people are really into Draco Malfoy.
Really?
Yeah, apparently. And I was like, on what basis? What is there that's likable about, or sexy about Draco Malfoy?
Oh, it's like, Mummy. I guess he's a mummy's boy, so maybe he
You
treats
really
women
like
right.
Mummy
I don't know.
Boy? Is that
I'll tell my father on you. He just reminds me of like people who grew up in like Avalon or something.
Yeah?
My father owns a boat. I will tell Daddy. Grow up,
reminds me of
mate.
every private school boy in Sydney?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's the gist, isn't it? I'm from Newport. Yeah, of course you are, mate. Of course you are.
Mummy!
Come here.
Father!
Even the last episode, he's pedaling up to his mum.
Pretty apologies to you if your children go to private schools. I went to a private school,
Which one?
Oh, yuck, one of them.
but then I got expelled, so I went to Balmain High.
Oh, yeah, now you're talking. A real
Rousey. Expelled.
Well, no, I didn't get expelled. They took my scholarship. And you believe it or not, there is a difference. Okay, so you got those two things.
Yep.
I think this maybe have to be
Dr. Pepper all the way. That's not Pepsi or Coke.
Yep, neither.
Yeah, that's neither.
That's a neutral battlefield, that is.
I mean, I agree, Dr. Pepper all
Fans
the
are
way.
all sun-kissed.
Alright, so
Sunkissed.
this
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to say there's only one correct answer here, and you chose the wrong one.
Sun-kissed.
Sun-kissed is pretty
but
rubbish.
see, Sunkist is the Pepsi version.
So it's just sweeter.
Fanta is Nazi Coke.
Fanta is Nazi Coke.
It was when Coca-Cola couldn't sell Coke to the German army, so they invented Fanta.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. This is one of Dave's weird fact
It's
things.
an interesting fact, though, isn't
I
it?
had to look it up, yeah, just to confirm. So I was like, no, surely. And there it is. It's been writing on the internet where all of the truth is.
I think one of my favorite commercials ever is the Pepsi one, where the little boy goes to a Coca-Cola machine and he gets 2 cans of Coca-Cola and he steps on top of them just to reach the Pepsi button. And then he gets the Pepsi button, he cracks it open, he takes a big gulp.
I reckon that could be the only reason you like Pepsi, because of that.
Well, no, I'm a root beer. Someone says down here, root beer. I'm a root beer girl.
Also
No.
rubbish.
Ginger
Added to
beer.
the rubbish party. Yeah, ginger beer. We should do one
Dave's
of
just
these
like
ginger beer
disliking me more and more as I talk. No, not root beer. Get out of here.
No.
We should make one of these lollies. Would you be a flavor?
I think we probably should. That's not a bad idea, Peter. We should do one with must, that's for sure.
Get rid of, well, the issue is everything in the bag will taste like mustard. That's the same problem we have with you. Put this one in there.
So, there's our Harbour Bridge, and if I can get this stick, in just a second I'll hold it up.
Sorry, I didn't make this pile was really cold.
It's a lot easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's not a particularly challenging one. I mean, we've done it, God, 1,000 times. It never turns out spot on perfect, but...
Oh, I think at this time it might.
So, for all those people that keep on seeing Dave go from that leather over to this piece of steel, he's actually cooling the candy down so it doesn't lose its shape. And he's doing it so that the Harbour Bridge doesn't become something other than a Harbour Bridge, yeah.
The Harbour mess.
The Harbour sticks.
Yeah, of all the bridges, I think Harbour Bridge is my top 3 in Sydney.
Top
Really?
3
Only in Sydney.
There's a bridge in Canada in Jasper, and it's all glass, and it's held on by ropes. And you dangle over top of a waterfall.
What? That sounds sick.
It's a pretty scary bridge.
I've always wanted to drive that really, really steep one. I think it's in Japan. It's just like the whole way up. Because I think it'd be really entertaining if you're almost going backwards in your car.
So it's a little bit tough to see. Essentially that is our Harbour Bridge design. We now have to encase it in whites.
Hannah Banana is asking what we're making. We're making the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
So Sydney Harbour Bridge, little lemon myrtle lollies with a picture, hopefully, of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. And a little picture of Miranda on the top, screaming as she falls
What's your bit?
150 metres to her death.
Like this.
Oh, yeah. If you hit water from such a height, I'm pretty sure it's like, okay.
Yeah,
You'd be
Thanks,
out.
David.
That's
Thank
why
you for
those
that.
20 people died in the construction.
Oh,
They
awesome.
fell off and they hit the water.
Really? Oh.
Yes, surface tension is incredibly
It's a
powerful
killer.
at that speed.
They say from a certain height, it's just like cement.
Yeah, I wonder what the height is. There must be a limit. And they must know what it is.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I know
When
you
you
can...
hit terminal velocity.
Oh, when you hit the water so hard that it puts you out, yeah.
Well, if you're accelerating at 10 metres per second,
0.8, yeah, so...
Oh, I don't know.
10 seconds free fall, you'd be doing
Just thinking
98
about it, I
meters a
start
second,
shaking.
which is about 400 kilometers an hour. So...
In Canada, a man climbed the CN Tower. At the time, it was the largest building in the world, completely butt naked, with no harnesses.
I think I remember seeing that on the news at some point.
Yeah.
That's Spider-Man guy.
Canada has some really lame stories, doesn't it?
Yeah, sorry, I don't have many great facts. I just have a few. Hiya from Kensington, New York.
Oh, Kensington! How about the mango? I don't think that's Kensington, New York.
Oh, mango season. Have you started buying mangoes?
Yeah. But only at Calypso's at the moment.
Yeah, but they're alright.
Calypso's are alright, yeah. The Kensington's in season is the ultimate mango.
Are mangoes good right now? Should I go buy them?
And Calypso's
It's,
good right now.
it's mango season, and yes, you can start buying the Calypsos.
I want to go
Calypso's
to
I
a
feel like
market.
have the longest span. Kensington's in peak season, and Kensington Fried Mango is like pinnacle mango.
Okay.
R2E2 is a rubbish, don't waste money. They always look really ripe, but they taste
That's a terrible name.
The mangoes in this country, they're yellowy, aren't
Yeah.
they, on the outside?
Yeah.
Calypso's, yeah.
Okay.
It's like the third best thing about Australia.
Is it?
Yep.
That was the best thing about Hotel Quarantine, was the fresh fruit they give us.
Nice.
That's great.
They just came in with fruit. Yeah.
I left with 2 bags of fruit. I left with 42 apples and 20 bananas.
Well, there you
and,
go. There's your $3,000 well spent.
Yeah,
Yeah, honestly,
$6,000
42 apples
spent.
is about 600 bucks.
No.
So that's it. We've done our Harbour Bridge. It's now encased in white. We're going to put blue all the way around this. This is what we would call the casing in our candy. And in a couple of minutes, you'll be able to have a look and see if what we've done looks anything like the Sydney Harbour Bridge. I'm feeling
Close, actually.
reasonably confident.
It looks stiff enough that it should have worked. This is what it looks like.
A bridge I cross twice a day most days.
Hey.
Barb Behrman says that one of the first ever suspension bridges has a small car alert when it gets too windy,
Really?
so they don't go
your car
flying
doesn't blow
off. Yeah, it's
It
called
can be quite
the.
exciting riding across the bridge on your motorbike when it's very windy.
I'd love to rent a motorbike for a day and do like a tour around Sydney on motorbikes. I think it'd be great
When the
fun.
markets is on, there's some guys who do that on Harley Davidsons.
Yeah, you jump in the back of that weird three-wheel thing.
Three-wheel thing and they take it
They start this weekend actually.
Don't you need a special M license?
License.
Oh, Canada's M license.
Yeah, rider.
Which
Oh,
makes
for
so much
motorcycle.
more
No,
sense.
ours is R for rider.
Okay.
Yeah. Or D for driver.
Is it a long process?
Here it is because you do your knowledge test and then you have to do what's called a stay upright course. Quite honestly, to ride a motorcycle, the most important thing is staying upright. If you can stay upright, you'll be fine.
I've got a
You do
scar on
the
my
test
forehead.
before that? Or after?
You do your L's knowledge test and then you do your
And then you do
stay
your
upright.
actual riding course.
I've got a scar across my forehead. It's one of two things. I fell down a staircase as a child, this explains a lot. Or, I don't remember which one. I crashed my brother's motorcycle, or motorbike, sorry, into the front
You
of
were
our
riding
house.
it?
Yeah. He had a dirt bike, brand new. It was his birthday. My dad's like, let your sister ride it first. And I crashed it straight into the side of
Pretty
the
good,
house.
a little bit short.
A little bit forward.
The secret with riding a motorbike is getting through your first 3 years.
I think
Without
probably
dying.
driving or being on the road for a few years before you get one really isn't a bad idea either.
I always look at the motorcyclists that weave through traffic.
Yeah, nice, perfect.
Do you do that, Dave? With
Do I
the
what?
motorcycle? Do you weave through traffic and go to the
Sure
front?
do.
It's the whole point of
The
a
whole
bike.
point of the boat is not sitting in
Turn
traffic
it up.
and going in bus lanes and going in transit lanes and free parking and no petrol and just feeling like generally one of the
Like
coolest
those new
people around.
CBRs is like a 12-litre tank. It'll last you like a week. It's insane. Not a 60-litre Toyota rubbish.
Tammy's given us all the facts. She's saying that the Mackinac Bridge in Michigan that connects the Upper Peninsula to the Lower Peninsula has a small car warning because once a Yugo car went over due to high
A
winds.
what car?
A Yugo.
Yugo.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Is that a typo? Yugo? What's a
It's
Yugo?
probably a make of car.
I saw this really stupid documentary like
Lithuanian or something
30
like that.
years after people, and they just like show you what happens to the world 30 years of people just disappeared. And they kept talking about like no one's going to be able to cross this bridge that connects whatever to Canada or something like North America to Canada. No one will be able to cross here. Only deer. And you're like, there's no people. What does it matter if the bridge is going to fall apart? Like, it was the dumbest TV show I think I've ever seen in
That
my
does
life.
sound like
One thing that Canada actually does do is a
Hang on,
nature
check.
bridge.
That's it. That's around about 12.5 kilos of Harbour Bridge lollies. Hopefully there is a three-dimensional sculpture of the Harbour Bridge that goes all the way through the heart of this. We're going to use gravity to start the process of extrusion or spinning the candy. And in just a moment or two, it'll be cool enough. Cooper will cut some up and you can have a look. And hopefully what we've done looks something like the Harbour Bridge.
Let's hope
For
so.
our Aussie mix.
Lemon myrtle flavor, just to stick with the trend of being
We're going to get
Aussie.
meat up.
Is that a natural native plant? The
Which one?
myrtle plant?
Lemon myrtle, that's an
Lemon myrtle,
Australian
yeah.
native plant. Yes.
Awesome, that's so cool.
It's kind of citrusy, this lolly.
It's like a really fragrant version of the lemonade flavour. I like it a lot. You got the lemonade and soda mix. It's actually a lemon myrtle lemonade pudding taste.
I'm not a
Secrets.
perfect person.
Hugo, not Yugo. Still don't know it.
Still don't.
Yeah, still don't know it.
Car from the attic that needs to be fed, go down.
It doesn't sound like a great make of car. Like when people talk about Aston Martins or Ferrari or Rolls Royce. I'm not sure that Hugo comes up a lot.
Really funny, way home yesterday, there was a guy in an Aston Martin trying to drag race with a Nuki Paddy down Roseville Bridge at every set of lights on the way home. And he just got flogged every single time because you're never going to out-drag a motorbike. Like,
You can't.
Every
When I get
single-
my FTR.
every set of lights, it was me and my terrible little Toyota station wagon, and then like an Aston Martin and a Duke, and that was 3 lanes. And every set of lights, the Aston stopped them up.
When I first got to Australia, Tom's mom said, "Here, go take my red Fiat 500 with a sunburned roof for a drive." Tom and I pulled up beside an Aston
Which side of
Martin.
the road do you drive on in Canada?
The right side of the
The
road.
wrong side?
Right
The right,
side.
the wrong side.
Yeah.
So did you find that strange coming here and driving on the...
No, I lived in the
right
UK
side?
for 3 years, and they drive on the opposite side. I'm a bit weathered, but I can still, I'll kill us. Don't trust me to drive in Australia.
The FDR does 0 to 100 in 3.6.
A mate of ours was,
Dave's gonna die!
a mate of ours went out with our uncle to West Head the other day with their bikes. And my uncle's got a little 500 CBF or something, and he's got a 1200 monster. But Scotty, my uncle, reckons that he was doing 120 and fell to the other mate disappearing plastic balloon. Okay, next corner, give it a hand.
There's this fantastic video on YouTube of someone riding their motorcycle at 200 kilometers an hour,
Oh my god.
and they get passed by a Hayabusa, you know, the
Yeah,
Japanese.
it's a 1300, like.
They're sitting on 200 and they're going at this high just go.
Well, they're like the fastest. I think they're the second fastest street legal bike now. For the H2R, new Kawasaki.
A friend of mine has a Sylvia.
Oh, what? That's still weird.
A Sylvia, and he's taking me for a ride in it, and it's terrifying when you go fast. with
What's a
that thing.
Sylvia?
It's like an old
Sports
Japanese
car.
race car, yeah, sports car.
It's really funny. I've got two mates that race cars. Dylan races the Sylvia, and he was chatting with my friend Matt, who's up here to race at the moment. And they've both been out at Eastern Creek, and Dylan's like talking about the score. He's like, "Yeah, I take it about 90," and Matt had to laugh at him. So it's like, "Oh, what do you do?" And Matt's like, "Oh, 220."
No way, Jose.
I remember
220 around the corner. You need you.
I remember being a young kid and sitting on the back of someone's bike down the south coast.
Yeah.
I was going, this is insane how fast. And I looked over his shoulder and it said 130.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. This doesn't feel like 130, but it was a Laverda. It was 130 miles.
My dad drove 140 with me in the car. And I was in the front seat, my mom was in the back yelling at him. He was just laughing.
140 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cruising speed, man.
No, that's not cruising. When you live on country roads, and like
That's just
Canadian
that's just,
country roads, no way.
That's just a nice Sunday afternoon,
I
right?
thought it was
You've got to get up to
gonna
about
die.
160 before you start doing it.
Oh.
Depends on the car you're in, too,
And
I
it
guess.
depends on the car.
I think my
You're in a
car.
caddy.
I think my car would blow apart at about 120.
I've been in your car. I would not want to be in it. Yeah.
I'll take you for a ride. I'll bring a helmet in.
Really?
Yeah,
I'll go. I've done that on my dad's. I know that it's very important that you drift with the cyclist.
During
Yeah.
what you do as little as possible, that's a bloody good Harbour bridge.
Yeah, it's really tight, man. We do
Oh,
well.
hang on, I'll pull you out a big one so we can show people what we've done.
It's actually really clean.
All right, guys. This is a very important question from Tony Croft.
Yeah.
Hey Tony, how are you, mates?
Roasted peanuts or salted peanuts?
Salted.
Dry
Roasted.
roasted.
I would go dry roasted.
Okay,
Go,
salt.
Cooper.
Plantains dry roasted. Anything else just salted roasted peanuts.
Nobby salted peanuts. That's all I
They
need.
roast theirs too, don't they?
I think they're roasted.
Salted
They
and
must be.
roasted.
Here we go. I'm going to move everyone
I think, I
down.
could be wrong, but yeah.
I'm actually going to say, Tony, beer nuts. I've got a
Oh,
thing
yeah,
for
with the skin on still.
Beer nuts.
Yeah, I love it. Beer nuts are excellent.
No, not beer nuts. I like monkey nuts. That's they're called.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slightly too much information.
Have you ever tried them? They're called monkey nuts.
Hang on, it's got to go up high, Miranda.
Oh, does it?
Like these
Oh,
ones,
no.
like, oh, no.
I'm gonna just stare at Cooper.
Classic.
Yeah, maybe I can get a little sneak peek just off the side. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
monkey nuts. They're a type of nut that's still in its casing, and they're dry. They're roasted in oil or something like that.
Kind of nut. It's still in its sack.
Inappropriate, Dave. Inappropriate.
I just feel sorry for the monkeys. This is terrible.
Dry roast the monkey nuts.
Dry roast monkey nuts.
And then
You roast the monkey and get the nuts, or you get the nuts and then roast them.
I don't know. Who comes first, the egg or the chicken?
Yeah.
The chicken or the egg?
Simple the nut, right?
Oh, poor monkeys.
They're delicious.
I'd like to say, before Peter gets onto us,
We're not actually talking about real monkey nuts.
well, I don't know what Miranda's talking about, but I'd just like to say I do not support the denutting of monkeys for smacking purposes.
You're saying that when we've got a cupboard full of docking rings, mate.
That's different.
That's to denut the lollipops.
That's to denut my lolly.
That's why we're so obedient.
How are you, sir? No, leave the monkeys and their nuts alone. Just go salted peanuts.
Someone's saying honey roasted all the way.
Oh, how good honey roast? I like honey roasted macadamias, not peanuts so much.
I think I'm quite boring in some respects because like peanuts are so perfect. Why would you?
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you, honestly.
Not that honey roasted's bad, but you know, if you're sitting there without, it seems unnecessary.
Sitting there with a big sack of nuts.
Cops in here.
Everyone behave.
They see me.
No one opened my wallet.
Oh, I wonder what's going on in there. I like when their cops turn up. It always seems like so exciting.
I think offers.
Yesterday it was quite scary. A house in my neighborhood burnt down.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Mysterious circumstances or like something was left on that shouldn't
I
have been?
think their barbecue got to their tree, and then
Oh,
the tree
wow.
got to the roof, and then it just worked its way down.
I'm always concerned about that at my house.
It was very sad. I saw it all unfold. There was like 30 police, like everything at once.
Miranda was telling us a great story this morning. She had her first run-in with a spider, an Australian spider.
I cried. I
No,
scratched
you did
Tom. I did.
not.
I scratched Tom's arm so bad, and his friend.
What?
Yeah, that he was bleeding. His friend was bleeding. I dug into his arm.
Sorry, you
so
scratched Tom's arm so bad, his friend was bleeding.
What happened was it fell from the ceiling, and I had Tom's friend on one side of me, Jackson, or my friend, and I had Tom on the other, and I pulled them both into me to shield me, obviously. That's what men are for, shield. And then scratched the heck out of me. Did not mean to, I was terrified. I screamed.
Did you? Did Tom scream too?
They just laughed. They all laughed and they kicked her with their hands and brought her close to me and said, "Here,
It's a spider.
Yeah, have a look.
no." I was calling. There was a mouse in my hotel room. And again, Tom picked it up and he's like, "Look how cute it is." I was like crying. I'm like,
I'm nearly finished, so here
Yes, man.
we go.
That's pretty damn
The
funny.
Harbour Bridge.
I was actually watching a spider on the outside of the window last night eat all the bugs.
oh no.
I met a man in Brussels.
Long rods, dude's gonna be so cranky.
He'll deal with it for one.
Muscle.
I fully just forgot I was working with Dave on the session.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he'll adapt. He'll get there one day.
I said, "Do you speak my language?" She just smiled. Give me a Vegemite sundae.
He'll probably complain about it later, but as long as we get everything done.
All right, the Harbour Bridge. Great job, Chris.
That looks really good, man.
Show everybody what we've done because what we've done was quite good.
Yeah, I'm chuffed. I actually don't really know.
Chop, chop, chop.
Chuffed as chuffed, bro.
Aaron wants to crap. Look at Dave go. Chop, 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 chop.
Man or machine? Yeah, it's actually really quite a good one. Very happy with that. Look at that guy. He's excellent. That one's perfect.
Where's Annabelle? She's only in on
Should be
Saturday.
tomorrow. Should be
This
tomorrow.
actually turned out really excellently. Doesn't always turn out so good, but I'm really chuffed with that.
The Harbour Bridge. Come and see it one day. Sydney's opening up.
I'm stoked.
International travel back on the 1st of November. No quarantine even if you're vaccinated.
There's no quarantine. They got rid of that week of home quarantine, did they?
I think so.
Wow. That's a big
Did
move.
you see, have you seen the all the kerfuffle involving Novak Djokovic?
No.
There's a number of tennis players who won't reveal their vaccination status. And the Australian Open is in January and they're saying they won't let them in.
Just get a jab, you grub. Not
I
hard.
was saying, love it, looks so great.
Apparently I was watching a thing the other day on the way governments have done the advertising to get the jab. Apparently countries around the world have been staring at the French one being like, what did we think of that? I have to watch it.
Paul was saying, I found Preacher's band, Wicked Things. Rock on, super rock on.
Oh, thanks, mate. We've got some stuff in the works for you international folks coming up very soon.
Awesome job, guys. Looks fantastic. Thank you, Mary.
Thanks, Mary. It's nice. It's really nice to get a pat on the back from other people sometimes. One of the nicer things. Someone was saying, what's your favourite bit of the job?
Going home.
It's really nice when other people recognise you've done something nice.
I think my favorite part of the job is everything you do here you learn. No matter what it is,
Yeah.
you're doing the same thing, you're still learning something.
Learning wisdom from David.
Yeah, SCR. Stuff Dave reckons.
Shit, David.
Yeah.
That's probably a non-monetisable word. They still haven't sent me the list of non-monetisable words.
Beer, whiskey, cocaine, all the fun ones.
Chocolate,